Alright, so this is my vlog for the new student dialogue. Sexy and we know it, something of that nature. Basically, we talked about all types of stereotypes given to people through whatever medium, social media may it be, or just social influence in general. Um, and I can say for sure that our group achieved a true dialogue, because essentially we defined it as a situation where there is no sort of progression towards a goal, or nor any negative connotation to anybody's arguments or sayings. In that nature, it was neutral, and therefore it was just a dialogue of discussion over the course material that we selected for our activity. Um, so yes, we achieved a true dialogue. The dynamics of our group, we went over everything very generally at first, and then sort of delved into whatever particular thing struck us as more or less just important, whatever we felt the need to discuss. And so some people, for example, this one person brought up the fact about weight and how it affects how people perceive him because of his own weight. Just general things like that. And so it would sort of just bounce off between one another. Somebody would relate, and then it would sort of mold into or meld into a whole new topic in and of itself. So there were active voices in our dialogue. There's always going to be a few people out there that like to stick their opinions into things quite frequently. But I mean, it all helped for the dialogue because it's neither positive nor negative. So yeah, there were a few people who voiced their opinions quite frequently. I was probably one of the more reserved people in the dialogue. I like to sit back and absorb what everybody's saying and sort of just learn from it, and then construct a deliberate and, I don't know, meaningful statement, rather than just saying whatever comes to my mind as it comes to my mind, rather than developing it fully. Yes, so my role was being the more reserved person. I think the dialogue is a component of CU1000 because, one, well, essentially, it addresses a multitude of different things as you're a freshman in Clemson. You get to connect with the people around you in a basis that is educational and inspirational at the same time, because some people's voice their stories, and that may lead to whatever may it be, a new sense of creativity or innovation in someone's mind towards that particular topic. The dialogue is useful. I would say, as a modification on top of that, pick something a little, when you pick something, read the description about it or whatever it may be, because maybe you don't meld very perfectly with that topic. I found myself a little out of place just because people seem to be voicing concerns on major extremes of the axis as far as the topic. We had girls talking about bulimia and whatnot, and then some guys talking about overweight, obesity and whatnot. So it was all over the place. But that being said, it was very educational in the fact that so many of us could get in one place at one time to voice our opinions and our intellect to spread throughout that group. Um, Besides that, that I was just reading whatever we were prompted to answer during this vlog. So besides that, the vlog or the dialogue, it was a good it is a good implementation to the CU1000 course. I think it just touches on a lot of bases, and I think that's what the intent is, to release your creative side, to stimulate education because of the atmosphere, to provide a beneficial atmosphere amongst peer groups, and then to sort of like, you know, stimulate a social coercion between, I don't know if that's the right terminology for it, but sort of like a good social niche in where everybody can sort of combine niches, because you got people on this side of the spectrum and this side, and then in this discussion you all come together with ideas, and it works out that way, especially for as far as the learning side of it. It's all beneficial, pretty much. But yeah, besides that, only complaint I could have is it was a very seemingly dull process while the moderators spoke, because the moderators spoke a lot. I thought it was just going to be a discussion, like they were just going to say, here's your topic, discuss. I thought we were mature enough to be able to delve straight into the topic and share ideas right off the bat, but apparently we had to get babysat in the beginning and learn how to be nice in a discussion, so that no feelings are hurt and everything can stay on track. Besides that, it was fine. Like, it just seemed like it was too much build up with the moderators. Like, they just consumed more than half of our time. And I was like, at the halfway point, I was just like, when are we gonna start this? This is very odd. Aren't we supposed to be discussing something? But yeah, besides that, the experience was pretty solid. No real complaints, really. Besides it being all the way in Lehotski, I had to run there. I was late. But yeah, that's about it. Overall solid new student dialogue. This is my video log for it. Bryce Roman Cherzak. Not even sure if I have to say my name, but that's it. Thank you.